ラフマニノフピアノ協奏曲2番。自ら故障したことは陰ならば光はもちろんこの先にあります。最初のコンビネーション、
トリプルルッツダブルトーループ、
3回転2回転。
No, that's not right. I meant this. Chicken lasagna, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's the dance of the skies for you. What else could be considered more majestic? Suguri is pretty much, well, Sugi, not Fumi. But how could you blame me for being distracted with moves like these? If any other Shmup would control like this, then it would have been quite the experiment. However, with bullet hells, they don't give a damn whenever you want to break. And by word of mouth, the genre is pure infamy, except for the actual niche games. Though okay, you could argue that only sadists love these games, but by understanding patterns repeatedly, they're at the top of their rewired brains, and unfortunately I'm not good enough to be like one of them. But then again, not every bullet hell is about patterns. What about some that are genuine fun, like this one, where you're dancing around missiles and phasing through plasma beams? Lock and load with your jewel and lockabird. Fucking bazookas and swords aren't worth the experience, but provide you the choice of becoming different. Damn right. Stuff like that in games is motivating. You're not just swapping characters now, or turtling around for too long, you're constantly pushed instead. Like the little gal you are, they're owning these little wars. Because Suguri, while not as extreme by design, has its simple trance music giving you the desire to thrive. If you like music, that is. I clearly don't give a fuck when it comes to this. Goddamn joking. But if you were to ask me which series I'd rather repeat levels in with BGM loop over and over, it's to be in the goddamn future full of robots and cigarette smoke. Not by the ladies alone. Because clearly, Suguri has substance. Suguri is more than just moe shit. It's art for looking exactly like what you expect the Passion Project to look like during 2005. Just like the con from where it originally distributed. Full of bright blue skies and plenty of characters that stop being relevant in our modern times. Kudos to the photographer for being at the scene of the crime. His photos will be linked in the description below. But alright, so why figure skating? It could have been shower dodging, but as I mentioned before, look at those moves, look at that momentum. You don't need to be skilled at Suguri to flow and dance like a figure skater. So by all means, whether you've been doomed to believe that shmups and bullet hells are the same generic mess, well, Suguri proves that wrong by reminding you about the best. I call it a bridge between both genres' paths, providing the stratosphere atmosphere and the gimmicks that define its story. Remnants of recent war, defending what is left of Suguri's world. But in case you notice that I ignored plenty of details, you're in the ballpark. So let's mention some straight away. The heat system. You gotta be careful whenever you rev it up. You'll be as durable as a lasagna pizza whenever you exceed 100%. And no, I don't know the exact multipliers, but as long as you don't get hit, you won't end up like this kid catching booty flakes. As for why it happens, it's to make sure you're not overly dashing through everything. Oh, and weapons like swords heat you up too. But like, come on, we're more concerned about pedal to the metal, not dyke lightsabers. So cool down every now and then, and unleash real heat with your hypers. Unique for each weapon. And don't worry about grinding the meter, it's cheesy as long as you leave out your azure colored onion rings while dashing. That suck up levels leftovers, giving you the charge required. So use that knowledge well, player, and become a superstar on ice, or a pilot in the skies. I'm gonna call it quits with the rhymes. I'm loud enough as is, so Fietto out.